Imagine being at a school science exhibition, walking past different models. Mohini and Akarsh were amazed by a simple yet exciting model, a lifting electromagnet. They saw an iron nail picking up paper clips when connected to a battery, even though there was no permanent magnet involved. This observation brings us to our first question: can electric current produce magnetism? Let's start with an activity. Take a wire, a battery, a switch, and a magnetic compass. When the wire is connected to the battery and the switch is turned on, the compass needle deflects. Turn the switch off, and the needle returns to its original position. What's happening here? The deflection shows that the current carrying wire creates a magnetic field around it. This field disappears when the current stops. This phenomenon is called the magnetic effect of electric current. This discovery was first made by Hans Christian Ørsted in 1820. He noticed that a compass needle near a current-carrying wire deflected, showing that electricity and magnetism are linked. Today, this link is used in many devices like motors, electric bells, fans, and loudspeakers. Now, let's see how we can use this magnetic effect practically. Take an iron nail and wrap it with insulated wire connected to a battery. This forms a simple electromagnet. When current flows, the nail becomes magnetic and attracts paper clips. When the current stops, the clips fall off. If we increase the number of wire turns around the nail or use a stronger battery, the magnetic effect becomes stronger. Adding an iron core inside the coil also strengthens it. Such devices are called electromagnets, and like regular magnets, they have two poles, north and south. You can even reverse the poles by changing the direction of current. Electromagnets are widely used, for example, in lifting heavy metal objects in factories or scrap yards. When the current is on, they lift the objects; when off, the objects drop safely. Electric current also produces another effect: heat. Let's observe using a nichrome wire, a material with higher resistance, connected to a battery through a switch. When the current flows, the wire gets warm. Why does this happen? As current flows, it faces resistance in the wire. This resistance converts some electrical energy into heat. This is called the heating effect of electric current. Household appliances like electric irons, kettles, stoves, room heaters, and immersion rods use this principle. Incandescent lamps glow for the same reason: the filament inside gets heated by the current. But uncontrolled heating can be dangerous, causing damage or even fires. That's why we use wires, plugs, and safety devices rated for specific currents. Now, let's understand what powers these currents: electric cells and batteries. One of the earliest cells is the voltaic or galvanic cell. It has two metal electrodes in a liquid called an electrolyte. A chemical reaction between the metals and the electrolyte produces electricity. When connected in a circuit, current flows from the positive to the negative terminal. Over time, the chemicals get used up and the cell becomes dead. You can even make a simple lemon cell. Insert a copper wire and an iron nail in a lemon, repeat this for a few lemons, and connect them in series. Connecting and lead across the ends makes it glow, showing electricity is being produced. Common metal combinations for cells include zinc-copper, zinc-silver, and magnesium-copper. The positive and negative terminals depend on the chemical properties of the metals. Voltaic cells were important, but for daily use, dry cells are more convenient. They have a zinc container as the negative terminal, a carbon rod as the positive terminal, and a paste-like electrolyte. These are single-use cells. Rechargeable batteries, on the other hand, can be recharged many times. You find them in phones, laptops, inverters, and electric vehicles. Lithium-ion batteries are the most common type today. Scientists are also developing solid-state batteries, which are safer, charge faster, and last longer. Batteries are the heart of many devices and essential for our modern life. Let's summarize what we've learned today. A current-carrying wire produces a magnetic field. This is the magnetic effect of electric current. A coil of wire with current, especially with an iron core, acts as an electromagnet. Electromagnets have two poles and can be made stronger by increasing current or coil turns. Electric current also produces heat, known as the heating effect. This principle is used in many household and industrial devices. Electric cells and batteries produce electricity through chemical reactions. Lemon cells and dry cells are examples. Rechargeable batteries can be used multiple times and are key to modern technology. We hope that you have understood the topic. You can now study chapter notes, watch video lectures and solve MCQ tests of this chapter on EduRev to ensure you score well in your school exams. And that's not all, you also get amazing courses for maths, science, English, Hindi, and much more for class 8. Thank you.